Hi everyone, this is Marwan,
And I'm Dana.
and today we're going to speak about why do we say, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Okay, so I want you to tell me what comes to mind when you've been asked, what do you want to be when you grow up?
As a kid, obviously.
Yeah. Or if you ask a kid or a teenager, what do
Okay.
you want to be when you grow up?
Well, the first thing that pops into my mind is what type of career I want to lead or what profession I want to be in. So what do I want to work as, I guess?
Okay, so is it just strictly that, or can we go into something further than that? Because the question asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? But is it necessarily only on like your career path or profession, if that makes sense?
Right. So I guess what you're trying to say is why is it always inferred that it has to be related to work and related to our career and what we study and what type of
Yes.
life we want to lead? Okay.
And don't get me wrong, not that it's a bad thing. I think it's very important, but why are we restricting it to that?
I guess because everyone is supposed to be working when they grow up, or at least men back in the days. But now, yeah, I mean, it's something that everyone has to think about as a kid, growing up, going to school, and then trying to think what university to apply to and what major to enroll in. So then,
So basically, it's about what your goals are, right?
yeah,
Okay, so
okay.
I don't have a problem with this, but my question is, why can't our goals be something further than that? When I think of my goals, if I ask you, Marwan, what are your goals when you grow up? You might think, I want to have a big house at age X. I want to get married at the age of X. I want to have this job at the age of X. So they're mostly material things, right? What if we say, if my response were to be, I want to be happy and healthy and a doctor, or I want to be happy and healthy and I want to be a teacher, you know? So I just feel like, do we get asked enough about these kinds of goals?
I think because everyone is supposed to be striving for happiness no matter what, it's implied that everyone wants to be happy. No one's going to choose to be sad or depressed voluntarily. So I guess it's unsaid. So it's unspoken.
Yeah.
When they answer the question, they've already answered without saying it verbally. I want to be happy, healthy, in a good state of mind. And then they say, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a lawyer. So it's something that's a default, I guess, for everyone because honestly, who's going to choose to be depressed or sad or unhappy or dissatisfied?
But what about if I get used to saying I want to be happy and healthy from a very young age and I incorporate that into my goals and I make sure that I actually want to be, happy from the inside, from within, and I don't mean happy because I have a house or happy because I got a car at this age or whatever. I mean, like, within me, like, I'm happy, I'm in a state of contentment, I'm happy no matter what, and I want to be healthy. Why? Sometimes we're chasing after material things or these specific goals that we might forget our happiness and we might forget our health. How? Sometimes, you have a goal and you'll get to that goal no matter how much stress it puts you under. And then this stress can actually affect your health, especially in the long run. Let's say you have a really stressful job or you're doing your best just to reach those specific goals, but is it gonna make you super happy and super healthy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying, and everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different journey. I can be under a lot of stress, but be happy because it's something that I enjoy doing. I can be stressed, whether it's during studies or actual work, but have a healthy and happy family, a good circle of friends that support me, and I have no financial issues, no social issues. I guess you can have both. I think you can be under a lot of stress, but also be happy. Unless your question wasn't necessarily fixated on stress and just being happy as a goal, as
Yes,
that's your
like
goal.
this is my goal. Like, it's as important as reaching these specific
It
milestones.
is.
you
That's one way of saying it. But you cannot live being happy. You have to
Yeah, you have
earn money.
to
You
have
have to earn
other
something.
things.
Yes.
You have to achieve your goals. But what's wrong with saying that one of my goals is to always be happy, so that no matter what I'm going through in life, I make sure that, I have to not lose sight of that.
Yeah, of course. But when you meet someone in school for the first time and you say, "What do you want to be? What do you want to study in uni?" and he's gonna say, "I want to be happy."
No,
that's
it's
not an answer.
it's just something that you have to. It's a mindset.
That's
I care about my happiness and health, but if I don't have it figured out, it's okay. I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to make partner at a firm at a specific age, okay?
okay.
At the age of 35 or 40, okay? And I'm gonna do whatever it takes because that's my goal. And then I realize that as I, follow this goal, and I'm putting myself under so much stress to the point where it affects my happiness and my health, even though I love it so much and I want to do it no matter what. What's more important?
Are you trying to say that I should quit or try to reach there as...
No, you should never quit. Then I can modify my goal and say, you know what, it's too much stress to do this for the age of 37.
So you want to prolong it? So instead
Yes,
of...
so instead of
instead of-
37,
Mhm.
I'll push it to 40. So I don't lose sight of that goal.
I know. So it's not abandoning it as much as it's prolonging it or taking your time with it.
Yes, because your priority is making partner, but also happiness and health. So if your priority are at the same level, you need to start making changes if this is overcoming happiness and health.
What if your decision of taking a step back and taking your time results in you losing out on an opportunity because there's fierce competition, which is the reality of today? It's a lot of competition now. So you're choosing your happiness. Not saying you can be miserable if you continue the way you were, but you're choosing your happiness over that. I mean, again, making partner technically is a material thing, right? It doesn't add value
Yes.
to you. I mean, it adds monetary value, of
Yes.
course.
It
You
adds
get
prestige, it
a lot of
adds
stuff.
milestone success.
So I guess it does depend from person to person and what their actual goal is. Maybe, and unfortunately this is true, a lot of people think that making partner is going to make them happy because that's the goal they set out for themselves. And so they're working towards it. And once
Yeah.
they reach it,
They might not reach
That's
the
my
happiness. Yeah, but they might not reach happiness because it's either, they want more now, or so you have to be content throughout your journey. You shouldn't think that when I'm partner I'm gonna be happy. You should be happy throughout the journey. You should be happy when you're the most junior person
Sure.
and when you're the most senior person, and that happiness shows. It actually reflects on other people.
That's very true.
And when your health is affected, let's be honest, nowadays there are many jobs that can really affect your health if you overdo it.
Yeah.
Like if you work so many hours without, stretching your back, or some jobs require so much traveling, but
Mhm.
you'll do it because this is the job. So if your health is impacted and then you retire from that job or you quit that job, and after that you have to recover from all of that, your health hasn't been taken care of.
So yeah, so it's almost as if to say, would you rather be a partner who's 50 but happy, or a partner who's 37 but with back pain, a slight loss of hearing, right? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that
Yeah.
be happy if it means that you become a partner by 50, even if it's 60, but you're happy. I'm not saying be lazy,
Yeah.
but it's just you have to balance it. I get what you mean. It's like shoot for the stars, but don't be beat up when you land on a star
Yes.
to enjoy it, right?
Okay, yeah.
So shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars,
Yes, yeah. and
but don't when you arrive, don't be on a walking stick with a back pain, right? So yeah.
But
it's important.
something really important. Let's say my job requires a lot of travel or a lot of time, sitting in the office, and I have again back pain or whatever. You can't just go to your boss and be like, listen, my health is my priority, I'm
Yeah.
out. So what you need to do is, if you're in any position that's affecting you in one way or another, for example, you're not sleeping enough, maybe you're not eating enough, maybe you have, again with the whole back pain thing, you have to find a solution during that time, so then that doesn't get affected later.
Yes, yes. Don't.
It's really about dealing with what you have. It's not about, quitting in the moment,
Yeah.
or giving up, or just saying, oh no, this doesn't make me happy and healthy,
Yeah.
bye. No, it's how you want to deal with it at the moment.
Yeah. Don't ignore the signs.
Sometimes, yeah, your body is telling you, take a breath, or take a step back.
That's true. There's no right or wrong way of living life or climbing the ladder, or everyone has a story and has a journey. You don't have to be partnered because your close friend or your ex-colleague or ex-classmate made it to partner at your age. Everyone has different circumstance, everyone has different background, everyone has different capabilities, luck.
Exactly. And that's why what I'm trying to say is, your health and happiness has to be a priority, and I feel like that needs to be ingrained
That's true.
when you're younger. And whenever you see someone younger than you, always think about asking them, seeing where they put their health and happiness as a priority.
Do you think when that question is asked, the expected response is something that does make them happy? So I want to be an actor because I like acting, I like movies, and this is going to make me happy. So if I tell you, if I answer your question as a kid, as an adult, whatever, that I want to be an actor, that's saying that I want to pursue this profession, this career, this major, this line of work, because it interests me and that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. But here's the thing, like when you're younger, or when you're speaking to someone younger than you, they really need to know that happiness doesn't only come with material things.
Yeah.
Like happiness is a state of mind.
So
You should be happy if you're unemployed, if you're employed,
Yeah.
if you're promoted. I'm not saying that you should be happy even when you're struggling. Like it's about being content.
Yeah.
Like even if you're struggling with something, you have to be hopeful and be in a state of mind that you're not like defeated in 1 second.
Yeah, so it's not so it shouldn't be conditional, or it shouldn't be attached to something. It should be detached. Happiness is supposed to come throughout all stages of life.
Yeah. And
whether you get into the major you want, whether you get into the job that you want, whether you make it to partner, whether you get promoted, whether you get laid off, but that's difficult. It really is difficult.
Course.
It's not easy.
When you're going through something difficult, that's another story. Like you have to also be
grateful,
yes, and just thinking in a positive light. But these material things, they do make us happy. Like when you buy a new house, I'm sure it's an amazing feeling when you get married, when whatever it is. But at the same time, happiness is a state of mind. It shouldn't rely on things.
So it should be number one in the priorities of goals.
Yes.
It can be grouped, but it shouldn't be left alone, if that makes sense.
Yes.
If you want to be happy while working, great. But you shouldn't be working without being happy.
Yes, exactly.
Great. Thank you. Let us know what you guys think.
And if you agree or you disagree.